What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and before we get to our video, we wanted to let you know about our milestone giveaway for 1,000 subscribers.
We are giving away an Amazing Spider-Man issue number 4. This is the first appearance of Silk, the original Sin tie-in. I'm sure everybody is familiar with this book. This is a CBCS 9.8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
big boy.
This book is much hotter than it was when we first bought it for the show.
Yep, that's true.
You insist on still giving it away, and I'm very happy to do it.
You can tell that he is not. But anyway, we are giving this away when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Kick-ass, key issue, first appearance of Silk, is someone's going to win this book. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to the video, shall we? What up, YouTube? I'm Jim.
I'm Nate.
And this is Two Fat Guys Pull Us. We've got another new comic book day video for you for the week of November 8th. But before we start... The Rangers are the World Series champions. Texas
World Series champions.
Yeah. All right, let's. I know this isn't a baseball podcast, but we just had to get. I mean, that's our team. I mean, we fucking won. History sucks. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and start the show. We're gonna kick the show off with G.O.D.S. issue number 2 from Jonathan Hickman. You know, the first issue was good, but it felt very self-contained, right? Like, I mean, we're definitely moving things kind of left and right here, but all in all, if you read issue 1, you could have been like, okay, cool, that's it. Like, it could have passed on as a one-shot. I felt like, I mean, there were things that were moved, but it just didn't feel as cliffhangery as most of Hickman's most recent stuff.
Well, I think part of the biggest issue is that, like, why are we supposed to care wasn't really presented yet, and I do think that that's actually going to happen. I think Hickman is going to give us a reason to care, but I do think it's going to take all 4 issues to get there.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I know we're going to get, you know, subtle callbacks like we did in House and Powers. Like, it's going to happen, but it just didn't feel like Hickman to me. It felt more like, I don't know, it just felt weird. So I'm hoping issue 2, like you're saying, kind of delivers more on those classic Hickman tropes.
Yep.
All right, after that, we got Marvel Unleashed issue number 4 from Starks. And we have our main artist back on this book? Okay, yes. So I'm going to go ahead and say potential pick of the week right now, because last issue was fine, except we didn't have the same artist, and it just didn't feel like the same book. So that just really, you know, plays into what we talk about, where art is, you know, it's a 50-50 thing, man. The art makes the book, not just as much as the writing does. But I'm looking forward to seeing this team of, you know, Avenger animals, if you will, taking on Blackheart and shutting down the gates of hell. Like, that just sounds dope.
It does. And unfortunately, this is the last issue. I think we need to have some sort of, like, reprisal in a year, because Starks does really well at finding some silly random continuity characters and kind of throwing it all together for a good story.
Yeah, and we need more Carl Starks books. Like, we just don't have enough. Like, we need more in the fray, for sure.
Yeah, we lost
Peacemaker.
what was Peacemaker, and then now this is going to be done, so
yeah, sad day. All right, after that, we have Thanos. This is written by Christopher Cantwell, and this is a pretty big deal. It's got some people a little heated, but this Phil Noto cover, goddamn.
Yeah, that was an absolute must for me.
But
besides,
do we know?
I also never want to see a Lionel Francis U cover again for the rest of my life. So.
Do we know what we're doing here on this book?
So apparently, this is supposed to be some form of the Illuminati rebanding together to fight Thanos. I don't know that we can really call it that, though, because I don't feel... I mean, maybe I didn't see the last iteration of the Illuminati, but I certainly don't remember Hulk or Emma Frost being on that team.
Or Blue Marvel?
So,
Has Blue Marvel been on that?
No, I believe Blue Marvel was on the last iteration.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, no Black Panther, no Namor, no Cap America, so I don't know. We'll see.
Are we pre-alluding to the fact that Death might be on the Illuminati too?
I'm not sure what's going on there, if she's on the team or if that's just her just chilling in the background.
Just chilling in the background, like, do my bidding.
Who knows? Yeah, but you know, with the continuity mix that Thanos has been through, with him getting thrown into a black hole from Donny Cates' Guardians, and then the issues that he
Eternals.
has in Eternals, and then of course there's him coming back in the weird Thor issue where it's like the
Mm,
bored time, and he's like on that planet just like chilling out for a while, and
right,
then all of a
right, right.
sudden comes back too, and then he gets thrown into an abyss with Doctor Doom. So I don't I don't have
So,
any idea where this
no.
is supposed to take place.
I like Cantwell, so I think it's gonna be fun.
Cantwell is the reason why I'm picking up this book.
Can't
Cantwell in a gorgeous Noto cover.
well go wrong. Okay, here we go. All right, after that, we have XForce
Yikes.
issue number 46. We are pushing and trudging along to get to 50 issues so we can just finish this run. It looks like Colossus will be fighting his brother. I'm sure he's not dead, but he may die here. But I do love the cover with Mikhail stabbing Sinestro, or not Sinestro, Colossus with the Cerebro sword. That's pretty dope. You know, there's a lot of little, loose end storylines here and there that X-Force seems to be cleaning up very well. So that's good, I guess. But yeah, literally just picking it up so I can say I have all 50 issues. Like that's, I'll talk about it for like 2 seconds and then we'll move on.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Talk about another X book. We have XMen Red issue number 17 from Al Ewing. And, this is wrapping up. This is the penultimate issue. And it looks very clear that Apocalypse will be taking over Mars. And Mars will be, I don't want to say a safe haven for mutants, but it's going to be some kind of threat to Earth. And it's going to involve mutants. Now, what mutants stay over there remains to be seen, but I have a feeling we're going to get some pretty big players staying on Mars after the fall. I think, when we get our new X-Men team, I think this is going to be a major player, even though we're getting hints that we don't know what we're doing and we're going to be really edgy and we're just going to throw, we're going to throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. But I do believe what Ewing is doing, even though he may not be involved, whatever he's establishing here on Mars is going to be a mainstay within the next X-Men storyline, I think.
That would be nice because it really does seem like they're throwing the baby out with the bathwater on this one, and it's made me so disinterested that I said I was going to continue with Red and the main X-Men title and Immortal, and I just am not.
Right. Yeah.
This
I
is
think
your word of the day. It's our penultimate issue, so
penultimate. Yeah.
it has been officially decided that 18 is the last issue.
Yep. So, I think Apocalypse, if there's a saving grace with Hickman's X-Men, it's going to be Apocalypse. So let's see what they do. Let's see what Al Ewing sets up and lays down a foundation for whoever picks up the characters next. But for some reason, I have got some high hopes. I don't know. We'll see. Yo, I'm interrupting the video. I got to talk about our 950 subscriber goal giveaway. We are so close to hitting 950 subscribers, and when we do, we're giving away something really kick-ass. When we hit 950 subscribers, we're giving away this CBCS graded 9.8 King in Black number 5 Ryan's Segment spoiler variant. So when we hit 950 subscribers, we're giving this bad boy away. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. Let's get back to the video. All right, let's jump over to DC, and we're going to kick it off with Batman issue number 139 from Chip Zdarsky. We've got a new arc starting here. We've got Jorge Jimenez on the art.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a live show last week, but if we had talked about the Chip Zdarsky Teeny Howard event, it
Gotham
went out
War.
on a whimper. It really didn't do much except set up what both the books are going to do within their own individual respects. So it looks like the Joker is potentially back in town. It's Chip Zdarsky. I'm on it no matter what, but I will say, we were sitting there going, Gotham War seems to be kind of turning the tide on DC events, even if it's like a little mini event, and then it just really, puttered out and just kind of like a balloon deflating.
See, we didn't get to talk about this on the show because I feel like that's
Well, there were good things.
mischaracterization.
There were good things about it, but overall, it didn't. It started here, and it kind of ended about here. Like it just didn't. I just don't feel like there were little things that, like you said,
didn't even
that
read
you
all the
mentioned.
story, all the issues.
I just didn't read the Red Hood stuff. But look, listen. All I'm saying is I don't like DC misguiding our trust. Batman as an individual book, really good. if there's one, this is coming into basically a mini review of that book. If there was one thing that the Gotham War did for me was I should be reading Teenie Howard's Catwoman.
Yeah,
That
I
was the
agree.
biggest takeaway I got. I already am reading Chip Zdarsky's Batman. I'm not going to drop it anytime soon, but I got to go read that. But anyway, I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be fun, especially with Jorge on the artwork.
Yeah, I'm also, you know, kind of excited for Joker in the mainstream Batman title. I don't think we've had him here since Tinian's Joker War, and that was like 3 or 4 years ago. So
Yeah,
I mean, for a mainstay like Joker, and I know he's been in a billion other books. He's always there, but
right. It's Joker.
we haven't seen Chip's version, and I'm excited for that.
Very excited for it. That's for sure. All right, next up we have Birds of Prey issue number 3. The team is trying to, sneak into Themyscira. It looks like they're successful, but it looks like Wonder Woman's like right there being like, oh, bitch. This book has been a really fun, silly goose time. Love the team, love the artwork. I think everything is working for this book. This is a complete comic at the moment. And I want to see more of it. I really like the team. I think the randomness and uniqueness of the team, and there are characters that I just, I like Harley Quinn, Black Canary, whatever. Batgirl, love her, love Big Berta. I think she's amazing. And then I don't even remember what the other character is, the assassin.
Zealot.
Yeah.
Right.
But overall, this feels like a really good comic. Like it just feels like what we got in for. Like it just excites me.
Yeah, I think this was a book that DC needed. I don't know. Kelly Thompson kind of gives a really good voice that I think was missing from a lot of DC books. And of course, we're missing the Teenie Howard book too, but yeah, I don't know. Having a little bit more of not so male dominated voices out there in DC is nice.
Yeah, I agree. All right, jumping over to our independents, we're going to kick off the Boom Studios House of Slaughter issue number 19. And I don't remember, was 18? It's kind of like hit or miss, right? Like even numbers are good, odd numbers are kind of meh.
It was good. So this issue this whole series has sort of started out with the oh no, and then each issue has gone okay, okay, and last issue was really good. We got to get a little more glimpses of I can't remember his name, Alabaster. I can't remember the main guy's name, but Bait is what his nickname is. We got to see his like a little bit more of his origin. We're supposed to see more of his origin in this as well. But the creepiness factor in this, I've said it once already, but like the creepiness kind of came back. We missed that in really, I don't know, the first and third arcs were good, but they weren't creepy, they weren't scary, they weren't weird. And the art in this one is like it can kind of make you uncomfortable sometimes.
I don't like that.
So hopefully we continue that.
Okay. All right, talk about uncomfortable. We got Phantom Road issue number 6, and this cover, it is basic, but it does have the creepiness. And this book has been, it's very Stephen King Stand-esque, alternate dimensions. We haven't had the book in a while, but it started off, I wouldn't say fairly strong, but it was mystery. It was a mystery issue number 1, but every issue we get a little bit more. We get a little bit more breadcrumb, right? And we can't. There's potentially a devil-like character in the book.
Yeah,
we don't know what's going on, but it's in a good way, right? Like we've read books before where we don't know what's going on, and it's very clear that the writer doesn't know either. And then you've got books like this where the writer is literally, walking you through the maze and
right.
holding your hand without making you feel like your hand's being held. And that's Phantom Road. So we're dealing with an alternate dimension. And it's creepy as fuck. I mean, you got these zombie putty looking dudes that are just like, moo. It's weird.
Yeah, I would say one thing about this book is that it is good, and it does a little. Its plot progression is a little bit slow at some points, and I'm kind of wondering if that's because this is one of my first Jeff Lemire's at reading as it's coming out. Jeff Lemire is very much like a big like his stories are really grand, and once you've kind of finished them, you're just like holy shit. But
Yeah.
I don't know, as it's been going, I always find myself quickly finishing the issue, loving it, and then going, I wish I had all of that over again. I feel like I
Right.
need more pages. So
That's usually a good thing. Sometimes that can be a bad thing, but as for this book, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right, our last book of the night, Transformers, issue number 2 from Daniel Warren Johnson, coming off the heels of a smash and grab, awesome issue number 1, especially for people that know and love Transformers. I don't expect anything but more of that in issue number 2. And in the solicitations, we're getting featuring a surprise first Energon universe appearance. So I don't know if we're going to get more Transformers, or if we're going to get some Void Rivalsness, or if we're going to get some G.I. Joe, but something big is coming in this issue. You can't get any bigger than Transformers. So it looks like Daniel Warren Johnson is starting to creep into what Kirkman is doing over in Void Rivals, which, hey, I'm all about. We've been loving this whole, Energon universe, Void Rivals universe that they have been putting together. And, you had a little fun statistic about issue 1, right? With Daniel Warren Johnson on Transformers issue number 1.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what place it was, but it was in the top 5 best-selling comics for all of October, which I thought was just absolutely wild.
Put absolutely a feather. I can't imagine Daniel not. He's got to have, his confidence has got to be through the roof. But if he needed anything else, that's got to be it.
Well, I know it's an IP that's not created by him, but besides Spicer coloring it, this is literally created entirely by Daniel Johnson.
Right.
He wrote it, he drew it. It's his
baby.
That's pretty impressive for such a small team.
Right. In issue 1, we ended with Starscream doing some pretty brutal, gruesome stuff, and I can't imagine that doesn't not continue in this book, where we might see some blood and guts, which we don't really see in Transformer books. So potential pick of the week. I gotta throw it out there. I just have to do it. I can't not do it.
I think I'll always be in disbelief that I'm looking forward to anything that's Transformers.
Daniel Warren Johnson has that on you, man. He does wrestling, you fucking
wrestling,
love it. He does Transformers.
Yeah. What's next? Teletubby book, and I'm pre-ordering it.
Jesus Christ!
Absolutely pre-ordering.
I would buy that in a hot second. All right, that's going to do it for this week's New Comic Day video for the week of November 8th. Let us know down in the comments, what are you picking up today? What are you going to read first? And what's your potential pickle of the week? Oh my God, pickle of the week? Pick of the week!
Dill. This week's Dill.
This week's Dill. Anyway, as always, make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. It'd be much appreciated as we're trying to hit 950 subscribers. And last I checked, now this number fluctuates, we just hit 940. So we only need, as of recording this video, 10 more people, and we're giving away a freaking slab. So if you don't want to miss it, we might hit that number this Sunday. So make sure to hit us live this Sunday, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, where we'll be talking about all these books and more. Might even talk about some manga. I picked up 2 mangas this past week, and one of them is really good. And I think I might talk about it on the show. It's kind of out of my wheelhouse, but kind of in my wheelhouse. But I think everybody might like it, so I might bring that up to the show. So you gotta come and check out what that is. But yeah, as always, fam, be kind to one another and read more comics. Later.